Roses, chocolates, candlelit dinners? That's Valentine's Day, right? Wrong. In some countries, Valentine's Day means giving wooden spoons, celebrating single people eating black noodles, or women literally hunting men down in the streets. And in one country, Valentine's Day doesn't even happen in February. Today, we're exploring 7 countries where Valentine's Day is completely backwards. Trust me, number 4 will blow your mind. Before we dive in, let's establish what normal Valentine's Day looks like. February 14th, romantic couples, men give gifts to women, flowers, chocolate, jewelry, declarations of love, expensive restaurant reservations. You know the drill. Now, let's see how the rest of the world decided to do things completely differently. We're going from weird to absolutely wild, so buckle up. Let's start in Finland and Estonia, where Valentine's Day has gotten a complete rebrand. They call it Ystävänpäivä in Finnish and Seppräpäivä in Estonian, which both translate to Friends Day. That's right, February 14th in these Nordic countries is about celebrating friends, not romantic partners. People exchange cards anonymously, give small gifts to their buddies, and focus on platonic love. It's like Galentine's Day became the main event. The tradition started because Finns and Estonians wanted to make February 14th more inclusive. Not everyone has a romantic partner, but everyone has friends. So instead of making single people feel left out, they made it a day for friendship. Honestly, kind of wholesome. Moving to Denmark, where Valentine's Day has turned into a game of romantic detective. Danes celebrate with something called gækkebrev, which roughly translates to joking letter or fooling letter. Here's how it works. You write a romantic poem or letter, decorate it with pressed snowdrop flowers, Denmark's first flower of spring. But here's the twist. You don't sign your name. Instead, you put 1 dot for each letter of your name. So Thomas would be 6 dots. The recipient has to guess who sent it. If they guess correctly, the sender owes them an Easter egg later that year. If they guess wrong, they owe the sender an egg. It's Valentine's Day meets Easter meets mystery novel. This tradition dates back to the 1700s and is still popular today. Danish stores sell pre-made gækkebrev, but the homemade ones with real pressed flowers, those are the ones that really count. All right, South Africa takes Valentine's Day and flips the script entirely. Here, it's the women who make the first move, literally. This tradition actually comes from ancient Rome's Lupercalia festival, a fertility celebration where women would draw men's names from a jar. South Africa kept the tradition alive, but modernized it. On Valentine's Day, South African women literally wear their hearts on their sleeves, or more accurately, they wear the name of the man they're interested in pinned to their clothing. It's a public declaration of interest. Imagine walking down the street and seeing your name pinned to someone's shirt. That's your cue. Sometimes it leads to romance, sometimes it leads to awkward conversations, and sometimes, if you're a popular guy, you see your name on multiple women. Awkward. These days, some women have taken the tradition online, posting their crush's name on social media instead. But the brave ones, they still pin the actual name to their clothes and walk around with it. Talk about confidence. Now we're getting into the really unique stuff. Welcome to Wales, where Valentine's Day isn't about flowers or chocolates, it's about spoons. Yes, wooden spoons. This tradition dates back to the 1600s. Welsh men would spend months hand-carving elaborate wooden spoons called llwy garw, or love spoons, to give to the women they wanted to court. And these weren't just regular spoons, these were works of art. Every symbol carved into the spoon had meaning. A heart meant love, obviously. A key meant you have the key to my heart. A wheel meant I will work for you. The more complex the carving, the more skilled and interested the man was. And here's the pressure. The woman's father would judge the spoon. If the carving was sloppy, it meant the guy was lazy or unskilled, immediate rejection. But if it was beautiful and intricate, that's a man worth considering. Today, Welsh love spoons are still given, but they're also popular as decorative art and tourist souvenirs. And yes, some Welsh men still hand-carve them. That's dedication. Okay, this one's wild. Brazil doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day on February 14th. They celebrate it on June 12th. Why? Because February is too close to Carnival and Brazilians are busy partying. Carnival in Brazil is massive. Think weeks of non-stop celebration, music, dancing, and street parties. By the time Carnival ends, everyone is too exhausted and broke to celebrate Valentine's Day. So Brazil said, you know what, let's just move it to June. June 12th is called Dia dos Namorados, which means Boyfriend and Girlfriend's Day, or Day of the Enamored. And here's another twist. It's the day before St. Anthony's Day, the patron saint of marriage. St. Anthony is basically Brazil's matchmaker saint. Single people pray to him for help finding love. So celebrating romantic love the day before his feast day, strategic placement. These days, Dia dos Namorados looks pretty similar to Valentine's Day. Gifts, dinners, romance, but it's uniquely Brazilian because it fits their cultural calendar. Plus, jewelry stores literally invented this holiday in the 1940s as a marketing campaign. Sound familiar? At least they're honest about it. All right, South Korea takes the prize for the most depressing yet somehow hilarious Valentine's tradition. But first, you need to understand, South Korea doesn't just have Valentine's Day, they have 3 love-related days. On Valentine's Day, women give chocolate to men, just like Japan. On White Day, men return the favor with gifts. But if you didn't receive anything on either day, congratulations, you've earned a seat at Black Day. Black Day happens on April 14th, exactly 2 months after Valentine's Day. Single people dress in all black, gather at restaurants, and eat jjajangmyeon, Korean black bean noodles. They literally mourn their single status while eating sad noodles. But here's the thing, Black Day has actually become kind of fun. It's less I'm desperately lonely and more let's celebrate being single together. Some people even prefer it to Valentine's Day because there's no pressure, no expensive gifts, just good noodles and solidarity. Korean businesses have leaned into this hard. Special Black Day menus, dating events for singles, even black-themed merchandise. It's capitalism, but make it emo. And honestly, the concept of having a designated day to celebrate being single with your single friends, not the worst idea. Oh, and side note, Korea actually has a love-related holiday on the 14th of every single month. Rose Day, Kiss Day, Hug Day. They've monetized romance to an art form. Number 1 might surprise you if you watched our last video about Japan's obligation chocolate, but there's another aspect of Japanese Valentine's Day that makes it truly backwards. It's Confession Day for women. In Japan, Valentine's Day is the one day when women are culturally encouraged to confess their romantic feelings. It's such a big deal that schools literally have confession spots, specific locations where these declarations happen. The girl gives the guy homemade chocolate and says, "Suki desu," I like you. The guy can accept or reject her. It's high stakes, public, and emotionally intense. This is literally a plot point in basically every Japanese romance anime because it's that culturally significant. And remember White Day we mentioned with Korea? Japan invented it. If a guy accepts Valentine's chocolate, he must give a return gift on March 14th worth 2 to 3 times more. No pressure, right? What makes this backwards isn't just that women make the first move, though in many cultures that itself is unconventional. It's that there's only one culturally acceptable day to do it. You miss Valentine's Day, you wait another year. That's a lot of pressure for one day. So let's recap this wild journey around the world. We've got countries celebrating friendship instead of romance, giving wooden spoons instead of roses, eating black noodles to mourn being single, and women literally pinning men's names to their clothing. And somehow, all of these traditions make sense in their cultural context. The truth is, there's no right way to celebrate love. What seems backwards to one culture is perfectly normal to another. Whether you're carving spoons in Wales or eating black noodles in Korea, it's all about connection, romantic, platonic, or otherwise. So here's my question for you. Which of these traditions would you actually try? Would you carve a love spoon? Pin someone's name to your shirt? Eat black noodles with your single friends? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious. If you enjoyed this cultural deep dive, you're going to love next week's video where we explore why Indians eat with their hands. And no, it's not what you think. The science behind it is actually fascinating. If this is your first time here, welcome to Curio Trads, where we explore the fascinating cultures of the world. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our next cultural adventure. And if you want to see more weird Valentine's traditions, check out our video on Japan's obligation chocolate. It's equally wild. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay curious.